Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to our weekly updates of the Senate election forecast and model. I'm just going to, when I get to the point where I'm doing my map and my forecast of this, I'm going to go ahead and just use this map just to make it easy on us all. Sorry about not uploading this on Wednesday or even recording it on Wednesday. I just didn't have the time to. I wound up driving about 100, 200 miles. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about living in a rural area is sometimes that when you have to do, travel to the next town over, that's 50 miles away. So, I've actually driven 300 miles in a day before just because I had I had to go to one town, then I had to go to another, and then I had to go to another, and all told, yeah, I don't mind. I like living out here, and I actually enjoy driving. The only bad thing is the gas is a little bit, it's a little bit pretty bad. Anyway, as always, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. I'm actually trying to advertise and trying to get better at selling the product now of my forecasts. And if you know anybody who would enjoy this content, go ahead and share it with them. Anyway, so as you can see, the Senate elections actually look a bit more competitive, but right now I think we're dealing with sample size issues. Doug Jones, as you can tell, is more popular than, or has a higher approval rating than you would expect. And there's thunderstorm coming through, or about ready to. And if we want to go to an example where a Republican is doing extremely poorly, let's look at Kentucky, where Mitch McConnell is doing appallingly bad. Now, the hilarious thing is, I don't think he's in danger, but that just goes to show that things aren't as clear-cut. Actually, if we go to South Carolina, Lindsey Graham is doing better than I thought he was, which is interesting. Cornyn is not doing it. He's not as popular or doesn't have the best approval rating. He's less popular or less approved than Cruz, but he's also much less hated. But I think that's just Cornyn isn't Cruz, and he keeps a relatively low profile. If you want to see the average, just go to here. And of course, this is what the model's showing. Because the economy is doing so well, consumer confidence is doing well, we're not going to have tariffs, the Fed's keeping their grubby little hands off of the interest rates and the cash reserve requirements and other factors. What I've decided to do is actually boost the economic factor in the model for right now. I'd say whenever we hit 2020, so January 1st, 2020, the maximum score you can get is going to be a half point, just because by then we're going to start getting serious polls of all the races, both presidential, Senate, and House elections. I may, if I have time, do a House election spreadsheet, but that is going to be more based off of just total House seats. I'm not going to do each and every House, each and every congressional race. I'll just do the congressional picture as a whole, so that'll save a little bit of work for me. Anyway, if we're talking about my personal model, I'm going to be very honest. Clear the ones that I think we can pretty much determine are safe. Those are pretty safe for the Republican. I really don't consider them in any real danger. I actually consider Illinois safe for the Democrat, Oregon safe for the Democrat, New Jersey safe for the Democrat. Delaware, I'm putting at likely simply because I think that the presidential election will be closer than I think a lot of people are willing to expect. Again, this is just maybe it's due to the polling numbers, but Trump's only within a point of his polling average in Delaware, and that's his national polling average. So he's sitting at about 44% approval in the state, whereas his national approval rating is hovering at about 45. So that's actually extremely good for Donald Trump. And if that's accurate and they get a reasonable candidate in Delaware, the Republicans could challenge for that seat. I think it's kind of a dark horse in a state to watch and a race to watch. I don't think New Mexico's in any danger either. But yeah, this is kind of, and actually I consider this a lean. My confidence is that Cory Gardner's pretty much on his way out. I'm downgrading Alabama to likely. Doug Jones' his only real shot at winning that race is if Roy Moore runs again. Joni Ernst is relatively safe in Iowa. She's pretty popular there. Georgia's pretty safe for Purdue, and Cornyn isn't in real danger just yet. And I'm skeptical if he'll be in danger until 2026. Mark Warner is pretty safe here. There is a slight chance he gets challenged, but I'm very skeptical of that. Other than that, I don't really see any significant changes or dark horses that could be up for grabs just yet, other than Delaware and, again, maybe Iowa, depending on how competitive the race is there. Michigan, we expect that one to be competitive, especially considering John James is running for the Republicans. And Gary Peters isn't as well known or well liked as Debbie Stabenow, so there's some danger there for the Democrats that they have to be aware of. But that's pretty much my summary. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed your Independence Day. Go ahead and tell me in the comments what y'all did, what you ate, how you celebrated. As for me, I celebrated by having a beer and a gigantic burger, as is my right. And I played the guitar. I played my guitars and watched a little bit of Frasier. Anyway, take it easy, y'all. Have a nice weekend. See you guys on Monday. Bye.